We've got this fascinating take titled Israel's Catastrophic Failure, featuring Ali Abunimah, which dives deep into the tangled web of the Iran Israel war, developments in Gaza, and questions whether October 7th really shifted things for Palestinian rights.
Oh, absolutely. It's a bold title. Really makes you sit up and think, right?
Exactly. It's like he challenges the mainstream narrative head on. He points out that while Israel may have achieved some tactical wins, there was a sort of catastrophic strategic failure in the bigger picture.
Yeah, got it. For sure. And that catastrophic framing really forces us to rethink how moments like October 7th can be double edged, sparking global sympathy for Palestinians while also triggering harsher responses from Israel.
Right, it's interesting because he suggests that although the event drew international attention, it also ended up reinforcing some of the defensive postures that, make change so difficult.
Yeah.
There's this irony in military setbacks, sometimes serving as a mandate for further repression.
And then there's the layer of the Iran Israel dynamic, which just adds so much complexity. The presence of Iran in the mix really shakes up the geopolitical balance.
Exactly. It's like two colossal forces colliding, one being Israel's internal and external strategic failures, and the other, Iran's assertive
Yeah, that's a
positioning.
vivid picture.
The outcome is this a kind of cascading impact on global discourse about the region.
Absolutely. When you blend the intense ongoing tensions with the analysis about Gaza and Palestinian rights, it's almost like you're looking at a geopolitical Rube Goldberg machine.
Haha, yeah, it's like every move leads to another unintended consequence. And Ali really digs into how October 7, despite its controversy, may have set off a chain reaction, one that in some ways pressured international communities to reconsider their stance on Palestinian rights.
I see that. I do wonder though, isn't that a bit of a stretch? I mean, linking a day of intense conflict to any sort of long term strategic benefit for Palestinian rights might be oversimplifying things a tad.
Well, that's a fair challenge. He does lean on that narrative to underscore the irony, how a catastrophic military failure might inadvertently fuel a shift in public
Yeah,
opinion.
true.
But sure, it does risk glossing over some of the long term complexities inherent in these conflicts.
Right? Because there's a whole spectrum of factors at play: internal politics within Israel and broader international interests, not to mention historical legacies that shape every move.
Exactly. It's kind of like each piece on a chessboard influencing the next. One critical misstep can cascade into a reassembly of the entire strategy. And that's
Absolutely.
what makes his analysis so provocative. It forces us to ask what really happens when a nation's narrative unravels.
And with Iran looming large, that narrative unraveling becomes even more tangled. The way he ties in Iran's role isn't just to throw another villain into the mix, but to highlight the broader realignments in regional power.
Yeah, and it's like while Israel's military might seem unassailable on paper, the failure to manage the narrative risks, undermining that image
Right.
internationally. It's the classic clash of might versus perception.
Exactly. And then you have the impact of live digital media, like this video itself on YouTube, with all its engagement, serving as a platform not only for discussion but for amplifying these critical perspectives.
Right. And the fact that this piece is already garnering tens of thousands of views shows just how charged this topic is. It's a reminder that in today's digital landscape, these discussions can really mobilize public sentiment.
Indeed. But then, do you think focusing so much on these catastrophic elements risks neglecting other crucial elements like, say, internal contradictions within Israel or the diverse opinions within Palestinian society?
That's a good point. I mean, while the narrative is riveting, it can sometimes brush over the messiness of internal politics. It's like, yes, a strategic failure happened, but the reasons behind it are as complex as a multi layered novel.
Yeah, I get that. Exactly. And while the focus on that one dramatic moment makes for a compelling story, it might miss some of the subtler, ongoing dynamics that have been evolving for decades.
Right, and Ali seems to be aware of that too. He's not claiming the event is a panacea for all issues. Instead, it's more a catalyst that forces everyone to re-examine the status quo.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating is how he merges the discussion of military strategy with human rights. It's not just about which side scored a tactical hit, it's about how these events resonate on the global stage and affect innocent lives.
Definitely, it's like every strategic outcome has a ripple effect, some immediate, some long term. And the catalyst effect of catastrophic events can, ironically, pave the way for new dialogues around justice and accountability.
Milo, absolutely. But then again, it's a high stakes gamble. I mean, by focusing so heavily on attributing changes in international opinion to these failures, aren't we sometimes oversimplifying a process that's inherently gradual and multifaceted?
Yes, that's where the debate gets heated. It's like he warns us that even if public sentiment seems to shift, the road to actual policy and, meaningful change is littered with obstacles.
Yeah. And let's not forget that media framing plays a huge role too. Sensational moments often get all the attention, while the more nuanced discussions get sidelined.
Exactly. The media, in its haste to catch the dramatic beat, might miss out on the ongoing subtleties of regional diplomacy and internal reforms.
Right, I agree.
So, what emerges is a picture that's both tantalizing and incomplete.
And this is why, even if Ali's perspective might seem somewhat one sided at times, it still opens the door for necessary debate by challenging the dominant narratives.
Absolutely. It's a conversation starter, a means to question established assumptions, like what really defines success in such a complex conflict.
Exactly. Yeah, and it kind of forces us to confront the realities of modern geopolitical struggles, the interplay of power, propaganda, and public opinion.
Right, and it's fascinating how a moment of failure can sometimes catalyze an entire rethinking of strategy and ethics in a region as volatile as the Middle East.
Absolutely. And while his analysis might not capture every nuance, it definitely has the merit of provoking thought and demanding that we don't settle for oversimplified explanations.
Exactly. It's a call for deeper introspection about the way we view these conflicts. It's like peeling an onion. Each layer uncovers more intricate details, multiple agendas, and, well, harsh truths.
Yeah, right. And as we see in the interactive digital arena, discussions spurred by such content ripple across social media and shape collective perspectives.
Absolutely. The digital voice can amplify these insights, driving home the point that catastrophic failure, in one sense, may yet challenge and reshape power balances in unforeseen ways.
Yep, indeed. And as much as these discussions are polarizing, they remind us that the path toward progress is rarely linear. It's messy, filled with debate, and, well, constantly evolving.
Right. And while not everyone may agree with Ali's framing, his willingness to confront uncomfortable truths is what sparks a broader, necessary dialogue in our turbulent times.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that each gripping headline, like Israel's catastrophic failure, is more than just a story. It's a reflection of a much deeper, ongoing struggle for power and parity.
Exactly. And even if it's a bit controversial at times, that very controversy can lead us to ask the hard questions. How do we move forward? Is there a way to learn from these events so that tragedies pave the way for constructive change?
Right, definitely. And that's the beauty of these conversations. They compel us to reconsider what success and failure really mean in the often murky realm of geopolitics.
For sure, it's been an engaging ride dissecting all these nuances, the interplay between military strategy, media narratives, and the quest for human rights. Thanks for diving into this with me. Until next time,
absolutely.
let's keep questioning and exploring.